a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of work to do. Here's the deal. The other day, Rob and I were cleaning because of a big long story of our cats puking, and we had to clean up, and we moved the table, our table, that's in the middle of the room, out of the middle of the room, and we loved it. And we realized that this whole setup of our dining room and kitchen area space is not working. So we went to Ikea and we got a lot of stuff. So we are going to try to make room and rearrange and just make it look a lot nicer. Anyway, here is kind of what we're starting with before. So Rob has started moving things. Here's our table, still have to clean it off. And then our kitchen, which is
usually this messy.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, this is our starting point. I can't really do just a picture. This is our starting point, and hopefully our after will be amazing. We're just gonna clean up, get this wall cleaned off, because we don't need either of these dressers out here or that bookshelf. Okay, so we moved our first dresser, and we're actually gonna
taking a break
really quickly, because we decided we need to go get some under the bed storage tubs to empty out that dresser, and Rob's hungry, so we're gonna go do that. But first of all, I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Hannah. I am a motherhood and lifestyle content maker and a vlogger. I have one 15-month-old son named Cade. By the time you're seeing this, I don't know how old he is. Probably a couple months later.
I'm Cade.
No, you're not. No.
Okay. I'll leave again.
Anyway, if you would like to see more of our content, follow along on our little life's journey, we would love to have you go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I put out new videos. And yeah, I'll see you when we get back. We haven't seen this wall since we painted it. We still have a ton to do. It's getting pretty late. Don't know how much we're gonna actually get done, but we're setting up the shelving system right now. I'm so excited. It is now day 2, and what we have to do today is make sure the little thingamajig is sturdy, yeah, because it wobbles back and forth. and build our new table. And after that, it's a bunch of cleanup. So this is nice and sturdy now and not screwed to the wall yet, but we have to move that shelf still. But since that's nice and sturdy, we're going to work on the table. Nice! The table is assembled. Now we just have to do the shelves, drawers that go in either side of this table, so it shouldn't take very long. The table has been completely assembled. It's really heavy, so we put it on sliders. But right now, we just got that centered on the wall in between his shelf and the piano. So now we are just putting our stuff back onto the shelves. So whatever was in here is going back on the wall, just on a different shelf. So it is a few days later. We have taken one of those dressers, or one of the bookshelves, to the storage unit, and today I am cleaning off the table and the counter so we can take the table and the chairs to the storage unit, and then just be able to use our kitchen and like organize a little bit more, get everything set up how I want. Really, we're just like on the last two final steps of this whole kitchen makeover thing. Yeah, the cleaning up part of the table and the counter are gonna take a while, but I know I can get it done, so. And at this point, I felt like I was just creating too many time-lapse videos, so I just stopped filming. Okay, so it's been a while, like month and a half, maybe 2 months. But here we are. I have completed setting up, rearranging our little makeshift kitchen down here in our little basement apartment. I completely lost my vision for this video. I felt like I was creating too many time-lapse video clips, and so I was just like, forget it. But then I was like, no, I really want to document what it looked like after. So I didn't do any more clips of like organizing and cleaning up the kitchen and the dining room area, but I am here now to show you the final result of our makeshift kitchen and dining room area in our basement apartment. Okay, so let's just see, like, can we just do this? Yeah, okay. Over there on the wall we have some little peg style hooks that are holding currently my purse, a grocery bag that I crocheted, and some earmuffs and winter things that, you know, should actually be put away since we're going into spring. And then another bag that I crocheted for onions. And then on the wall next to it, we have a little oven mitt, because you gotta have one of those. It used to hold our apron. Currently, I'm not sure where that is. This next little counter right here has a nice granite top to it. Our counters are very makeshift, so we have different style countertops, but this one is a granite countertop, and it is holding jars that we used to hold some purees for Bubba when he was itty bitty. We could probably put them away, but we haven't. Some paper towels, extra thing of Tylenol, you know, just miscellaneous stuff, some wine glasses, and some straws. And then underneath we have the trash can that does not stay closed. So Rob had to put in these nifty little like baby lock things that you push down on and it opens and everything. A few of our drawers don't stay closed, but we solved that little problem with those little safety things for babies. So in the corner drawer, the very far drawer, I don't know why we don't have one of those child lock things on it, but that is where our knives go. In the cabinet below our knives, we have a little storage area for pans and like cookie trays and stuff like that. However, we don't have a full-size stove or a full-size oven, so we have really no need for it, but we do have a couple frying pans in there. Moving on to this wooden section. So up top we just have some storage. We've got our spices and everything that you need to season anything. This is different than our seasonings that we have on top of our fridge, which we'll get to in a second. This middle shelf holds all of Cade's eating things, so bowls and plates and his bibs and cups. It also has some storage bags, like freezer bags. Then on the top shelf there are some leftover containers that are kind of miscellaneous and don't really match our full set of leftover containers. Underneath the wall cabinet there's this bamboo or wicker, I'm not really sure, I think it's just a wicker basket that has 3 different slots, and we've divided it up by our wooden utensils, our silicone utensils, and our plastic utensils. The counter itself is just raw wood, it's not finished or anything, so I don't like to do any type of prep or have any kind of food sit on it because I don't want to ruin it. We just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet, which is fine. It's actually a really good holder for our little spoon saver, our UGG glove, and you know, whatever like hot pad things that we might need. So then under that, the drawer that we have, again, which is held by one of those child safety locks, is our cutlery or our silverware. It's just a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different things. So like a can opener, cheese grater, obviously silverware and silverware for Bubba, a pizza cutter, chopsticks, you know, just to name a few things. Kind of random, but at least things have their place. So underneath that is a cabinet full of a lot of things, honestly. There's some extra food, some extra seasonings, some different appliances for like cooking hot dogs, our crock pot. I think we have 2 crock pots in there, a little mixer, some sugar, some syrup. See, it's just a whole bunch of different things. And we move on to the next spot, which is actually where I do all of the cooking, aside from our toaster oven, toaster, and our microwave. But dinner time is usually just made right here. So this counter came with us from our old apartment that we had. We makeshifted a little counter space for us there because we had very little counter space and we just needed a little bit more. But this dark little cabinet set is the same as this one over here with the granite, but it fits perfectly underneath the counter that we already had. Anyway, above this little counter space, we have this cabinet that holds flour, sugar, things like that, some wine glasses again, and on the other side it has our plates and a couple of measuring cups. Underneath that cabinet we have some little, I think these are called trivets, I don't know, like triangle trivets that you put your hot pan on. An overused colander, but that's okay, we still love it. A little measuring conversions thing, just because when you're in the moment and you need to know, you can't really get on your phone, so it's really nice to have one of those. We got that at Hobby Lobby. So moving on to the counter, my favorite place. So as you guys know, for this video we went to Ikea to get the shelving slash storage unit that is actually behind you guys. But while we were there, we found this like tabletop stove, one pot stove, and it's convection. So you have to have a metal pot or pan to be able to cook on it, and our Dutch oven works. I got that for Christmas and I'm so excited I can finally use it. I was dreading the fact that I had to wait until we moved out to be able to use it. Then behind it we have some oils and I think vinegar, so different cooking oils and some vinegar. So right next to our little Dutch oven and convection stove top, that's what it is our Instant Pot, which is currently holding some apples and oranges just so it's not cluttery on the counter. Next to the Instant Pot is a teapot and a coffee pot. So then next to that we just hold some rice and Cheez-Its because they don't really have a place elsewhere, and I just think it's a safe spot right there. That concludes the countertop. So underneath we have a pull-out drawer that has different levels, different shelves on it, and we just hold like our extra like pantry foods and some extra spices. On top are things for Bubba, so different foods, different snacks for Bubba. Next to that pull-out drawer is another pull-out drawer that holds all of our measuring cups, and this drawer is always torn apart because the cups don't fit stacked inside this drawer, so they have to stay unstacked. But it's also okay because I'm usually like, oh, just pick the one up, and I don't like to rifle through all of them. It's an organized mess. That's what it is, honestly. Underneath that drawer is another one of those slotted cabinets, but this one we hold our cutting boards, some cooling racks, and a little mini muffin tin, which I'm not sure why we have here. We don't have a full-size oven, so I think it's just sitting there until we can take it to the storage unit. In between this cabinet and the white one is this little space because there's an outlet. We didn't want to not have that outlet usable to us, so we decided to smush them together as far as we could, but also keep them far enough apart that we can reach our hand back, but also small enough so that Cade can't put his head through there. In there we're actually storing a few things. We have a party serving bowl, we have a waffle iron, and some apple juice. So then in this white cabinet is our pantry. All of the food that doesn't go into the refrigerator goes right here. It has 4 drawers in it. They all slide out really nicely. The top one just kind of has like plastic wrap, some bouillon cubes, seasoning mixes and stuff like that. The second drawer has our ramen and noodles and some extra baby food that is left over from when Bubba was eating those. The third drawer is all of our like beans and soups or cream of soups. It also holds like breadcrumbs and cornstarch and things like that that come in those little like tin jars with the plastic lids. So this last drawer holds our extra things. So our extra sauces like pasta sauce or barbecue sauce, and it also has our extra vegetables that are canned. Then obviously next to that cabinet is our fridge. And I'm not going to show the inside of our fridge because it's full and we don't need to see that. So on top of the fridge are some spices that I use very, very frequently when I'm cooking. We have some extra coffee and some oats. Our little KitchenAid bowl that we use to mix different batters in. That is this half of our kitchen. Let's turn around and I'll show you the main attraction of what we were working on. Here it is. Our lovely lovely dining room section. This is called the Ivar, but it is a shelving unit, an open shelving slash storage unit from Ikea. There are different options to have like closed spots on it. However, we did not really care for that. And then up top are Rob's collection of the Build-A-Bear Pokemon. Since he doesn't have an office, we do keep them up top in just our apartment. You can see them. It's not really in one space. It's in our living room and in our dining room, but also his office. So anyway, basically what we have going on here is the Ivar, and then this table, I don't remember what it's called. I'll look it up and I'll leave it right here. We had a table that was free floating in the middle of our walkway, our kitchen, our dining room walkway, and it collected clutter. It collected mail, it collected jackets, it collected bags when we went shopping, it collected receipts, it collected dirty plates, it collected everything, and I was tired of it. I hated how it looked. I needed this area to be open and to be able to walk through. So we got this table down here that folds down and folds up. It has two different leaves, one on this side and one on that side. And the really cool thing about this table, aside from it having the leaves and being able to fit into the wider section of the Ivar, is that it has drawers on both sides in the middle. We store our leftover containers underneath the table, inside the table. So let's just talk about the shelving unit really quick. This side is Rob's side. Aside from like half of this shelf, it's got different like baby books, parenting books, stuff like that that I want to read through. And then these shelves are for Rob's seminary books that he's read through. I'm pretty sure he's read through them, or they're ones that he's going to read through. Then this top shelf is our games, like board games and puzzles and stuff like that. Then this side over here is mine, and I've got recipes, cookbooks, books that I have read that I think are really pretty, and my shelf. So I've got like our budgeting journal, my Bible, my journal, the Valley of Vision prayer book, and this little frame that holds Oliver's collar. So on this top shelf, I wasn't sure exactly what to do with it, so I put a couple more puzzles, a little basket that has some little handheld games, and then this is Rob's jug. Here is what I'm most excited about with this setup. It's this middle shelf section. We were able to put the toaster oven, which was on the counter, over here. We replaced it with the convection stovetop. We were able to put our toaster over here. It was on a dresser that we have since gotten rid of. Our microwave, again, was on another dresser that we have since got rid of. And our Keurig, which, you guessed it, was on a dresser that we've gotten rid of. So on top of the microwave we have our coffee and some tea. Yeah, and then on top of the toaster we have our bread. So these are our chairs. They fold up and then they go on that hook. We have one on the other side. Let me just turn you back around. I like this way better. So this project turned out exactly how I envisioned it. We have room here in the dining room. Our table can pull out to be big, and it's perfect. We actually went to Ikea and we didn't know we were gonna get the Ivar and the table. We weren't really sure. We were just like, we need somehow to clean up the clutter, and we did. And I am just so ecstatic about this. It's just a great transformation. I feel way less cluttery up here whenever I'm trying to cook because I have room. I have room. Our kitchen definitely went through a major transformation, a major reorganization, and I could not be any more happy with this. Okay, all right, this is bothering me. Let's just fix this really quick. Okay, there we go. That's much better. There you go, guys. That is our basement apartment, makeshift kitchen slash dining room area, transformation, reorganization. I really hope this video makes some kind of sense. If not, at least I will have been able to see the transformation. I'm not sure how well it played out in the video, but I can definitely tell a difference. Obviously, I live here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button If you like this video and you want to see more, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I put on a new video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!